So ladies and gentlemen and all the participants, so now our conference start again. So before coming to the presentation sections, we would like to inform all the participants again that all the attendees might unmute by the phone. And if you have any questions, please kindly drop them in the chat box. And you can also use a headset, earphone to help you hear the presentation better. And please consider appropriate manners when you hear your video on. So now I would like to introduce our special guest, Dr. Catherine Pramers, Director, Cambodia STEM Excellence Pathways, USA, and Professor Chandruat, Manager, New Generation Pedagogical Research Center, National Institute of Education, Cambodia. So the topic is Advancing STEM Education through International Cooperation, Cambodia STEM Excellence Pathway. So I would like to inform that you have 30 minutes for your presentations with question and answer. So now we would like to play the videos of our guest speakers. So, ladies and gentlemen, because of the connection is a bit problem, so please stay tuned.
If you have trouble, I can play it from my computer.
Okay, so would you mind play it now, Professor?
Okay.
Yep,
So
thank you so much.
I will share my screen and play the video.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining my session on advancing STEM education through international cooperation, the Cambodia STEM Excellence Pathway. My name is Catherine Promer, and my collaborator in this project is Professor Chandruat. The workshop's divided into two parts. The first part is the Open Educational Resource STEM initiative for the next year. I'll talk about the international mentors and collaborators. And the second part will be a breakout room, where we have the opportunity to produce international cooperation using a shared document, and there's an invitation to join an international working group chaired by Dr. Jenna Japas in the Philippines. So I want to give you access to all of the content today from the session because we're going to go over it fairly quickly. This is the URL, which will give you a dashboard, which lists both the general resources and the resources used in this session. What is the Open Education STEM Initiative? It's a partnership initiative to improve STEM education practices using open education resources through peer-to-peer mentoring in Cambodia. The goal is to create the STEM resources that supports the ministry's national curriculum and to create resources that are inquiry-based, computational thinking STEM activities, quantitative labs focused on scientific reasoning. There are two schools that are tentatively in agreement to do the pilot for grade 10 ministry curriculum. That's Dewey International School in Battambang and New Generation School, Prae-Sissewa. So we can consider the initiative in two parts. First is the Cambodian Mentoring Network with the ministry teachers, and the second part is international collaborators. So the talk is going to be divided into describing these 7 different groups. Excuse me. For the Mentoring Network, you have the National Model STEM Club and the STEM Excellence Pathway. And for international collaborators, you have resources that will be provided to teachers through the STEM Lending Library, ASU Prep Digital, Wolfram Research, universities, organizations, and business leaders. members. So you can think of this as a STEM ecosystem. And I'm not going to describe all of the participants, but you can see them here. All of them have given talks at the conference, and all of them have agreed to support Cambodia in advancing STEM education. The first one I'll talk about is a STEM mentoring network, which will allow us to easily do peer-to-peer STEM mentoring. It's a national STEM workshop model STEM club, and it was established in August of 2018. And the focus is on using technology in STEM. Linus Annika, in his talk today, described this network in the Lending Library in great detail. The next part is the Cambodia STEM Excellence Pathway. And this was a project that was started in 2019 and 2020 with the Carnegie STEM Excellence Pathway. And the goal is to create targets for everything related to STEM, and then to create an action plan. So here you can see what was decided on peer mentoring, both the targets and then a timeline, and the obstacles, challenges, human financial resources, the commitment, scheduling, SMART goals, and action steps. So at this URL, you can get a handout, the complete STEM action plan that was created through the ministry at our 2 workshops. Just briefly, for those of you who don't know what it is, the STEM action plan, STEM Excellence Pathway, is a process where you self-evaluate in terms of teacher qualifications, curriculum, instructional practices, assessment, skills, family engagement, real-world connections. Then you define the priority areas. Then you come up with action plans, objectives, you identify resources, you implement, you reevaluate, and repeat. And through this process, and with peer mentoring through other schools, you can more quickly get to the point where you are advancing STEM. So what is the Pathway Rubric tool? The first thing you do is you have to do a self-evaluation. You reflect on the current conditions of STEM. You identify 3 key priority areas for improvement, and then you formulate a timeline and an action plan. So I'm going to give you here a abbreviated form of the rubric tool that just focuses on mentoring. So if you catch this URL, you can at a later point go in and better understand how the rubric tool works. You're also able to go online and get access for free to the whole tool. Excuse me. So the next thing is the lending library. Once you have a network, you have to then get resources to the network. And that's done through the STEM lending library. And Linus Annika talked about that in his talk, and I refer you to that. But from 2018 to 2020, about 1,000 students and 500 educators have had access to it. The next collaborator that has a significant role is ASU Prep Digital. Today, also Angela Zhao gave a talk on that, on remote and blended learning opportunities. Wolfram Research is a key partner too. He gave a talk today. Wolfram Research donated 500 mathematical licenses renewable for 5 years to Cambodian educators. He has also agreed to support us with putting technology on the Raspberry Pi to do quantitative labs. This is as I said, the dashboard for the workshop. The reason I want you to capture this is because I'm going to give you an overview of all of the talks that are associated with this specific initiative. And you'll be able to click on the links and then go to the abstracts and the actual PowerPoints for them. So we have universities. Dan McIsaac and Kathleen Falconer have a prototype protocol for doing evaluating physics teaching videos. And Neil Hadalara Chig has a open education resource introductory physics course and lab manual for virtual experiments. John Walkup and Roger Key have an excellent series of activities that can be done to increase scientific reasoning in the introductory science lab. Cindy Guerrero has an excellent talk on longitudinal literacy-infused science intervention program, and so on. The next group is the organizations and business leaders, and Jennifer Williams gave an excellent talk on mentoring to advanced STEM, and that focuses on the UN Sustainable Goals. Esperanza Zoom talked about open education resources. The Oxels talked about environmental education and inclusiveness through their panel. Gergel talked about empowering women leaders in STEM. Kristen Doty talked about using student-designed investigations in a virtual in-person class. And then Dr. Marina and Kanare talked about mentoring across borders. So now we want to go to the workshop. So I'm going to stop now, and you can then get to the workshop.
So I'm going to stop the share, and what I want to do is I want to give you the URLs that that you need, and let me pop those into the window. So the first thing was the actual dashboard. It gives you links to everything that I've talked about because we're moving fairly quickly. So let's put this to everybody. Can I give this to everybody? There it is. Everybody in the meeting room, one moment. Okay, so the first one is going to be the dashboard. Now the dashboard is a tool which you will love to use for your classrooms. My cut and paste isn't working. Let's see, there it goes. Okay, and this gives you all of the links to everything, including the shared document. So later on, you can consider adding to it. Okay, so that's the first. The second thing that I want to share with you is the abstract for the, and then I'll give you the link to the activity. Just a second. And then the third is the actual breakout room activity, and I'll show you how to use it. So of the three, the third is the most important immediately, and the first is the most important for the long term. Okay, so the third's the activity. And if you click on that, when you go into your breakout room, you're going to use that document as the place to record what your group feels, okay? So you're going to pick one area in your group of 6, and you're going to then come up with one area in STEM that is important to you that you can contribute to the conversation on. In addition, you'll see in that same slide deck summaries from some of the talks. By the end of the conference, we'll have all of the PPTs for all of the STEM speakers for today and additional resources from their personal library. So it'll be something you'll want to go back to if you want to get access to all of the things that the speakers are sharing. So what I'm going to do is share my screen again, and we'll go into breakout rooms after I share so you can see just what we mean by the talk. Let's see, I have about 1 minute. 1 minute? I can't hear you.
Yes, Miss Professor.
So my video was 9 minutes, so it took us quite a long time to get started. So we've lost our ability to do the activity, but I want to show it to you, and you can do it at your leisure because Dr. Japos from the Philippines wants to do a international workshop. So let me just share 1 minute. I know that you need to leave, but my video is only 9 minutes, and it looks like we had a lot of dead time at the beginning. So here is this slide. So what you would do then is you would pick one of these first 5 ones. I'll show you. So these are templates. This is how you would also do this in a classroom. Let's say I'm interested in STEM tools. I'm going to do a, and then I'm going to go to the bottom.
I'm sorry, Professor, we could not hear you clearly.
Oh dear.
Yep.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear clearly.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I would then pick one, make a copy, go to the bottom of the stack, do Control View, and then I'll put my name at the top. Okay. My email, A1 or A2 kep@me.com. And then I'm going to fill out my comments. Now I can take somebody else's slide and I can use the comment button and I can ask them a question. I can say, I don't understand what you're saying. So let's find the comment button. 1 second. Here it is, comment. So I can add this and I say, can you explain this, Dr. Zenon? Or can you give me lesson plans, Dr. Zenon? You know, ask for what you need. That's the point of this type of activity. You do a breakout room because you want to share information. You want to get what you need. So that's that. And then I would then add this. At the end of this, with 169 participants, we should be able to collect some really good stuff. I'm going to go through here and add, as I said, all of the information from the speakers. So if you go here, this is the information from Esperanza Zenon's talk. So here are all of the FENT math resources, okay? This is, you know, calculation with rounding errors. So we're giving you a lot of content and we're doing it through this shared Google document for STEM. So I hope that you find it useful and I thank you so much for attending this workshop. And please, if you have any questions, you can send them to me. And if you want to collaborate and work together on the projects or be involved in any way, we look forward so much to hearing from you. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Professor, for explanation. So now we're gonna go to breakout room, right, Professor?
Do we have time?
Yeah, you still have some times for that.
Okay, let's do it in the breakout room. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So we will invite all the participants to each breakout room. So please, all the participants, admit to join the breakout rooms.
Okay. Now, do you want me to stay in the main room and answer questions, or do you want me to go to the breakout room?
Actually, you are as a co-host now, so I think you are able to join whichever group you want, or you want to observe, or you want to explain some things. Yeah, I think you can do that.
Okay, so I will then float between, and I see who's in each room, but not many people went. But I'll go to the one that does not have a Westerner, because they are the ones who will, you know, the goal of the breakout rooms is to share resources. The whole goal is to give people things that they can use and for them to tell us what they need. So the breakout room is a great advantage that people need to really take advantage of, because that's where you get to collect what you need. So I'm hoping that Cambodians will become more comfortable with this, because that's where you're going to get a lot of stuff for free at conferences. And if you don't take advantage of the breakout room, you won't get this stuff. That's how people share the modern way. And so I just hope that everybody does join a breakout room, because you will, especially when you start to do international conferences, you will miss out, because that's where people share everything. So I've given my little lecture on breakout rooms, and now I'm going to dip in and pick one. And I just thank you so much. Let's see, who needs help?
Yep, thank you, Professor.
Maybe, oh, room 2 is the best. I have a question. How do I join the breakout room?
Just got trong châu breakout room Professor, so you can click on the button more. You will see more, and then you will see a button breakout room. So you can choose, which group
I did that, and I see the join button. Thank you, sir. That's very clear instructions. I appreciate your help and your patience.
Yep. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. Yes.
So because our technical teams have set the times for all the breakout room teams, so now the time is over. So Professor, please share and with our participant. Professor, Doctor, please unmute your microphone.
Okay. Thank you so much. I am sorry I don't speak Khmer, but I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to see what we have. Now, what I hope all of you do is you go in that slide deck, create a slide with your name on it and your email, and tell us what you want. Like, let's say you want a grade 12th grade inquiry lab that you can do in Cambodia on acceleration, right? And you want it to use polynomial equations, right? Because that's what you need to match what you're learning this term, right? So the goal of that document is for me to not waste time doing things you don't want. You know what you want. And so as I have Wolf, a technician and a member at Wolfram and at Bernier Labs, and also John Walkup agreed to help in different places, they will make what you want. So it's like going to the restaurant. Place your order. You want rice with chicken and you want extra spicy, right? So in that document, you put 10th grade physics, acceleration with polynomial equation. Can you hear me? Okay. And so Rachana, can you translate that for me? If you can hear me? If she's able? Because she knows exactly what I'm talking about. Can you translate that for everybody into Khmer?
Hello. Yes, I just can mute now. Okay. Hello, everyone. Yeah. So at the moment, it's just like I cannot unmute. So I'm sorry.
We can hear you. You are good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
So could you please speak again, Doctor?
Okay. So tell them that the shared document lets them make requests for what they need in their class. So
okay.
Please unmute. Bongជួយ unmute ទៅព្រោះវាសាប់
Stop. Okay, Touch, try again, please. Thank you.
Yes. ស្ដីបងទាំងអស់គ្នាដុកទ័រខេតគាត់បានមានប្រសាសន៍ថាអាចបងអាចមានសំណួរអីតាក់ទងទៅនឹង section របស់គាត់អាច drop នៅក្នុង chat box. Yes.
Okay. But so we have a lot of people that are at this conference. They want to give you exactly what you want. But now you have to tell us. So, you know, when you go to a restaurant, you place the order, rice and chicken. Well, on that shared document, place your order. Physics, 10th grade, acceleration, polynomials. Can you translate?
Yeah. ចាអញ្ចឹងបងក៏ប៉ុន្តែបងអាចស្ដាប់បានហើយថាខេតគាត់បានលើកជាខេតឧទាហរណ៍ថាបើយើងទៅភោជនីយដ្ឋានញ៉ាំអញ្ចឹងយើងមាន ការកំងអ៊ីច្រើនតាមប្រភេទហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងបងអាចជ្រើសតាមអ្វីមួយដែលបងចង់បាន
Okay, so the goal is with these documents is for you to get what you need and what you want. And we have people that have got it already. They teach physics in America. They teach chemistry, biology. They do it in STEM. So they have it. They just want to share with you. And you tell us in the document what you want. Can you translate that, please?
Yeah, yes. អញ្ចឹងរាល់ឯកសារទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងគឺគោលដៅរបស់ conference ហ្នឹងគឺចង់ថាយើងចង់បានអីយើងត្រូវការអីយើងគ្រាន់តែប្រាប់មកអញ្ចឹងយើងខាង speaker គាត់នឹងចែកម្លែកនៅអ្វីដែលទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងដែលយើងចង់បានដូចជារូបដូចជាគីមីអីអញ្ចឹងគឺយើងចង់បានអីគឺអាចប្រាប់មកគឺដើម្បីចែកម្លែកគ្នាទៅវិញទៅមក Yes, thank you. You can go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to put the link in the box. And you can write in Khmer. It's okay. I will hire a translator. You can write the whole thing in Khmer, and then I will translate it. I'll give it to Dr. Walkup or to any of the other people who are collaborators and ask them to find exactly what you need. For example, 11th grade physics, electromagnetism, right? With polynomials or algebra based. So thank you. We have 2 more minutes. I could answer questions. Let me see. Do you want to translate that also, because you're so helpful. Thank you.
ចាអញ្ចឹង Dr. Kate គាត់បានតម្លាក់ link ដែលបងបានឃើញអញ្ចឹងទោះជាបងមិនទៅសេជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសបងអាចទៅសេនៅចម្ងល់ផ្សេងៗជាភាសាខ្មែរបានទៅតាមអ្វីដែលបងចង់សួរ
And then also Dr. Chanroth is here, and I've been working with him for 3 years, and he has such a vision, now Professor Chanroth, and I just feel so fortunate to be a part of his team. And I don't know, Professor Chanroth, would you like to add anything to that about increasing collaboration? Hello, Dr. Irby. We loved your talk too. Thank you.
Oh, hello. For international cooperation, we will talk and discuss more in this afternoon.
Yes, but here is your document to put your statement in the batch, because if you don't tell me, I will never give you what you need. So the American way is give me my list. Tell me what I need to do. I work for you. You see, give me my list and I will get it done. Okay. So I just thank everyone for coming. It's been a real pleasure and a blessing. And I hope that we can continue to do collaboration. Thank you. I think my time is now up.
So yeah, thank you so much, professors. For explanations about your workshops and your meaningful topics for today. Yeah, we are grateful to listen to all your words and great sharings for today. Thank you so much, and we hope that everyone will get the concepts or ideas from you. And because of the time limitation, so I'm sorry. So I would like to say goodbye to our doctor. And